Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Can you hear me okay? Oh, and now I can hear you. Okay, this is exciting stuff. I have 2 different Zoom links in 3 different calendar things here. So I was panicking. I've been spending the last 5 minutes trying to figure out which one was right. I think this is it, which the fact that you showed up gives me hope. I'm just gonna get my snorting laughing over before people join. Okay.
I like to talk, but
What'd you say?
I like to talk.
Oh, thanks. It's a dress, actually, with pockets, right? I don't usually wear a whole lot of pattern, but I'm trying. I 45 this year, so I'm trying to like branch out a little bit. You think? Yes, thank you. I am. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna let Dennis in. This is exciting. Okay, I am in the right link. What a mess. Are those fresh flowers on your desk? Ooh, what is that noise? Is that better? Okay. I'm still getting weird noises. I wonder if I dropped my headphones on the sidewalk the other day while I was walking and then stepped on them because I think I'm going to have to do it. No. I'm getting it even on here. I'm getting some weird noise and it's not me, I think. I just was able to determine it's on your end. Sorry to say. As soon as you muted, it went away. It was like a fuzzy staticky and you were kind of low volume. And there's 6 teenagers in my house, so I really need these headphones. It's still there. It's almost like I can't think of what it is, but it's like a real, like there's a lot of wind and some sort of weird noise. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Tom. Can you hear us? Hi. You're muted, Tom. I can see your mouth going if you're. I think I can unmute you. I wonder if, no, I can't. Oh, there you go.
How are we doing now?
Oh, good.
Okay. It has me marked on here as muted, but that's okay.
That's
How's
well,
everybody going?
you're not on my end. I'm great. How are you?
Good, good, good.
Great.
I guess Dennis should be jumping on in a minute.
He's here.
Oh, good.
It looks like he might still be connecting or his camera's off at the moment. I'm flying solo tonight, so I get to take notes and moderate. Very exciting stuff.
I just want you to know this is iced tea.
Mine is
Actually,
actually Kool-Aid that my kids made.
mine's really gin and tonic, but I just thought I'd put it in a solo cup so y'all can see. It's iced tea.
I was going to say a solo cup doesn't make it look any better. Just reminds me of my college days.
Unfortunately, you're right. But
yeah.
What a gorgeous day, huh?
Oh my gosh, right? It was just been beautiful. I don't normally have a day like this where I'm out of the office all day anymore since we all work from home. But I had 3 meetings out in the community at different coffee shops and different businesses. And so I've been outside all day. It's been great. Yeah.
I'm off in my office doing paperwork all day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, I just want to know when we're going to pay for this because soon we're going to wind up getting some kind of crazy weather pattern coming in and it's going to happen.
Yeah. Tomorrow,
hey.
maybe. I don't know. 3 days from now. I feel like in Bloomfield, I can, as soon as the weather gets nice like this, everybody's out. And I'm just talking to a friend. I'm like, think about all the things not getting done because all of us are like, oh, everybody's going to go do all the things outside.
Yep. And they're calling for rain this weekend. So we get to.
Oh, don't say that. We're installing benches this weekend.
We get to, that's what they say. They're calling slight chances on Saturday and rain showers on Sunday.
Okay, I'll take chances.
So we'll take that.
We're installing on Saturday. We have 5 in and we have 3 more to go. And then we have our bench warming party, as we're calling it.
Well, of course.
Next weekend. And next weekend it's going to pour. Every time BDC hosts an outdoor event, it rains. except for our farmers market, because it can't rain every Saturday, but it tries.
I get down there occasionally on Saturday mornings, and if I come down there, that looks like a great event. One of these Saturdays, I'm gonna have to find me a parking space, maybe park down at our place and walk up the hill.
There's a parking garage 2 or 3 doors down on Liberty, right next to the old what is now G's on Liberty, and that parking garage is leased to us, so it's free to market patrons during the market. So you can always park there and walk less than
Yeah, I
half a
come
block.
down and I see the activity going on, but I haven't had a chance to. Well, normally if I'm heading down there on a Saturday, I'm there to get something or do some paperwork for on a
Yeah,
time deal on it, and I don't get one of these Saturdays. I have to get there because I enjoy walking through that and seeing all that action going on.
it's fun. It's fun to work. I'm always there on the first 2 markets of the summer season.
Maybe I'll catch you down there.
Yeah, I'll be there. The second market of the season, we are having a pig rescue organization, and my coworkers have jokingly appointed me the pig point person. So I will be apparently keeping a pig cool for 4 hours. I'm excited about it.
Hey, sounds like fun.
Yeah, we've got some
Looks like
people coming
everybody's doing
in.
it.
Here
Cool.
we go. And I'm going to wait just another minute. Osei, how's the sound on your end? Did it?
I'm
You
excellent.
probably. Oh no, I meant Osei. Osei is
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see anybody join us.
That's okay. If I think you can adjust your screen so you can see all the different people, and I don't know how to do it. The view.
I have everybody seems to be.
Hmm.
Oh, there's Dennis. He may not
Okay.
be able. Hello.
Anyway, Osei, how's the sound on your end? I can't hear you right now, but you can hear me okay? Okay. I think I saw your thumbs up, so I'm going to say that's a good thing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very lightly. It's still very like mechanical, but you're still there. It's not as loud as it was before, the interference, whatever it is.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay. So can you hear me?
Yes, and the sound is gone. Whatever you did is amazing.
Okay. Awesome.
Technology, right? Okay. All right. I think we're going to just go ahead and get started. We have a small group tonight. Welcome, everyone. My name is Christina Howell. I'm the Executive Director of Bloomfield Development Corporation. We are hosting a development activities meeting tonight as your registered community organization of Bloomfield to review a renovation to the Baum Blvd located BMW dealership. We'll get into a little more detail there in a minute, but first, some housekeeping things. If you are calling in, do I see anyone calling in? No. Okay. If I see anyone calling in, I will jump in, but if someone does jump in and you see them and I don't, to raise their hand, they would press *9, and to mute or unmute, they press *6. So Bloomfield Development Corporation, our vision is a Bloomfield where everyone can build a home, a business, and a future. Our mission is to build a thriving, diverse community through equitable engagement. We are the registered community organization for the neighborhood of Bloomfield. There is some overlap with other registered community organizations for both Friendship, Lawrenceville, and Garfield, but we are the primary for Central Bloomfield. And the process at the city level in creating these RCOs is to ensure that community groups are operating transparently, doing thorough outreach before meetings, and it requires developers to meet with us and with the community depending on certain criteria that their development projects may meet. We work in creating and preserving affordable housing, such as inclusionary zoning to ensure that developments over 20 units include a minimum of 10% of their units at prices affordable to low-income residents. We work in small business promotion and support, focusing on our BIPOC businesses. We also have various grants, and explorebgl.com is our business district website shared with Garfield and Lawrenceville. We work in mobility and infrastructure, thinking about what kind of work we can do in our public space, such as paying attention to bus stop consolidation and making sure when bus stops are consolidated, they are being not being removed near public benefit service providers, such as food pantries, low income or low cost, daycare centers, for instance, or some of our healthcare providers. And then we also produce the Bloomfield Saturday Market, where we do free flu shots. We match $5, every $5 spent in SNAP benefits with $2 free in produce, which also brings people into our business district. And then, like here, the reason we do this work is to advocate for community responsive development. Although this is a minor project, in our minds, we still need to have a community meeting so that everyone can weigh in on this project. So with me today is Ose, and I'm sorry, Ose, I did not ask you previously how to say your last name, and I do not want to misrepresent your name. Would you mind telling me how to say your name, please?
Akinlokun.
Akinekwe?
Akinlokun.
Thank you. Okay. With me tonight is Ose Akinokwe. Did I get it right? I'm sorry. No. Okay. Thank you for your patience with me while I am not probably pronouncing that correctly. And from the city planning, Ose is a planner who will be joining us for this meeting. And we do have some slides that Ose brought with us this evening, or brought to the meeting this evening. And also joining us are Thomas Brooks and Dennis Lombardo from BMW, who will be presenting their plans to you in a little bit. I am going to be screen sharing tonight, and I am also going to be broadcasting this on Facebook Live. And I'm going to hit the broadcast button now, so you will, I think, hopefully see a button pop up soon. In a minute. I've never done this before myself. Apologies. Okay, button is up. Great. And before we get started, quick housekeeping. Obviously, this is Zoom. You can put comments or questions in the chat, which I have open and I'm looking at. You can also raise your hand. Note that I typically have a coworker with me. One of us is usually taking notes and doing meeting logistics. The other one is moderating the meeting. I am doing both tonight. So this is really exciting for me. I have not multitasked to this level during a community meeting in a while. So if I miss something, please, Ose, Tom, or Dennis, jump in. Feel free to jump in and call in other people if I miss someone or a question. Okay, so tonight our agenda is that, aside from this quick introduction, Ose will go through a few slides with you all to explain why we're here tonight and what we're reviewing. Then we'll turn it over to the developers, to Tom and Dennis, and they will run us through their plans. And then there will be a period of time for everyone to ask questions. We do ask that you hold your questions or comments until after the developer is completed with their development proposal, because they may answer your questions before the end. And then we will, once those questions are exhausted or comments are exhausted, we'll excuse them from the meeting, and we will have a conversation among us without the developer present, so that, and with Facebook Live off, so that you can ask any other questions you may not be comfortable asking in front of the developer. The whole time I will be taking notes, and notes of that community conversation part without the developer present will be provided to the developer. They will just not have identifying information with the questions. So please note that. Whew, that's the fastest I think I've ever done that. Okay, so let me pull everything up here, and I am going to start screen sharing now. And oh, say I have your slides up. I'm trying to figure out how to do a presentation. There we go. Well, maybe that won't work. We'll see. There we go. Okay, Osei, you can take it away when you are ready. Are you all able to see the screen share?
No.
No, that would be the problem, that you are waiting on me to press.
There we go.
Okay, great. Okay.
So, good evening, everyone. This is a brief introduction to the Registered Community Organizations meeting. And my name is Osei Akinlotin, and I serve as planning manager to the East Central neighborhoods. Next slide.
I just realized I don't know how to go to the next slide. Sorry, one sec. Oh, there we go. Got it.
Okay. So, development activities meeting. The Registered Community Organizations, or RCO program, is administered through the Department of City Planning to incorporate community input in development activities. Applicants requesting to go before the Zoning Board of Adjustment, the Planning Commission, the Historic Review Commission, and/or the Art Commission for a public hearing and whose project meets certain criteria or certain thresholds or criteria, which we will go through later, must coordinate with the Registered Community Organization and the Department of City Planning to hold a development activities meeting to engage the community. A DAM provides community stakeholders an opportunity to learn about proposals that may affect them and to share any concerns they may have before a project moves on to that public hearing. Next slide. Reporting to boards and commissions. The neighborhood planner, that is myself tonight, takes notes on the meeting and completes a report, including a brief summary of the project as it is presented, the permission sought that prompted the need for that development activities meeting, or the DAM, and questions asked by attendees and the answers they received. This report is provided to the relevant board or commission prior to the hearing on that project so that they can understand the nature of the meeting and the project as it was discussed. The development activities report is neutral and makes no conclusions. If you have a strong feeling about the project, you should consider attending the board or commission meeting and testifying. That information will be provided later in this presentation. Next slide. The applicability. That information is provided here in this slide, and that is what triggers this development activities meeting. All of this information will be provided to you and has been provided to your organization. So you can just ask Christina for the slide information. Next slide. So next steps. You can contact, you can provide any additional comments to the Bloomfield Development Corporation. That's one way, of course. Or you can present in front of the Planning Commission. That date is to be determined. Or you can go to pittsburghpa.gov/DCP/virtual-PC. Or you can provide public comments via email at planningcommission@pittsburghpa.gov, or you can send a letter to 100 Ross Street, second floor, Pittsburgh, PA 15219. Next slide. Finally, your department contacts. Again, I currently serve as your neighborhood planner and your planning manager for all neighborhoods within the East Central. Our assistant director for strategic planning is Sharonda Watley, and our information is here, or you can contact us at the Development Activities Meeting website, which information is also provided here. Thank you for your time this evening, and I will be in the background completing this report.
Thanks, Jose. All right. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute while I move on to the next slides. And I will follow up with this at the end. I do not have our slides up. I apologize. Again, I am moderating myself, but you can always reach me if you have feedback at my email is Christina, spelled with a CH, at bloomfieldpgh.org. Okay, so we also have with us tonight Tom Brooks and Dennis Lombardo. I know that Dennis was having, from BMW, I know that Dennis was having difficulty connecting to the meeting. So I will turn it over to the two of you now. And I'm going to pull up the slides that you sent as well as the Google Street View to orient people. And you can let me know where you would like me to start with the slides. Dennis or Tom, are you there? We can't hear you.
How about now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Anything now, Christina?
I can hear you now, yes.
All right, Dennis and Tracy are not able to jump on. Dennis is in, but he has video. He has no audio at all. So basically he's listening through my cell phone. So it may be a little difficult to hear. Tracy's still trying to get logged on and not having any success. Dennis, are you able to hear?
Yeah, I can hear. It looks like there's an update on my computer. That's what I'm doing right now. But here, I just can't see anything right now.
Technology works great until it doesn't.
Yeah, I know, Christina.
While we're waiting for you to jump on, this is the building we are discussing this evening. This is Millvale, the corner of Baum Boulevard and Millvale. There's a small parking lot here next to the building, and the building is roughly a city block wide, or maybe half a city block, and goes down to a small way or alley. I believe it's not. Is it a full street, a two-way street?
It is a full street. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bordering the other side. So this is the building we are discussing tonight. And if you know which set of slides you would like to start with, I can queue them up. I have a land title survey, and I'm not quite sure what this is.
Dennis, you want to go ahead?
Are they more interested? They want to see what's going on with the building, correct?
Are you able to hear him, Christine?
Yes, yes, we're here tonight to listen to and see your presentation on what you are proposing to change. Yes. What your development plans are.
If she goes to drawing A101, that'll show the floor plan.
I have numbered slides. So are you able, Tom, to direct me to the numbered slide that you would wish me to pull up?
A101 A101?
Yeah, see if we can go to A101. I'm trying to get logged back on here. I apologize.
I don't have a slide labeled A101, so I can. While we're waiting, I can jump in and say that I did do a walkthrough with my colleague Sam of this building, and as Tom and Dennis explained to us, most of the changes will be internal. The changes that will be facing external are replacing these windows all along the front, as well as the doors. And on the side of the building over here, there will be a door that is moved, is my understanding. And those are the only external changes.
Christina,
Yes.
excuse me, the window replacements, but they're going to be an enlarged window. They'll be going down
Excellent.
a couple
Great.
feet down, so it's a full view window now.
Okay.
rather
Do you have a
than-
slide that shows that? Because I could pull that up while we're waiting on Dennis.
No, I do not. I do not, but it'll be Dennis may have something when he gets logged in. The windows will go from the height to where they're at, down about 2 feet from the seal. So it'll be down 2 feet. That window will be consistent all the way down the building.
What does seal mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean the
The
sidewalk?
seal, the seal where you're at here, the window seal.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the
Dennis, you up?
Tom, I have the drawings up. Can she go to A301? It shows the south elevation. And the
again,
west
I
elevation.
do not have an A301. There's nothing labeled A301. I have two different packets that you sent me, S2.2 and P&W BMW Civil 60% set. Those are the names of the documents that you sent, and I don't have, I don't see a slide labeled that.
Okay.
Could those numbers be on the 60%?
Yeah, there should be on the 60%. You can open up that, and it starts out with a cover sheet called C as in Carl, S01.
You are seeing everything. These are the two packets that I believe you can see. So here's one, and here is the other one, and that is what I received.
Okay. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try to send it to her email. If she can open that up. I don't know if she's able to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Forward. Tell Christine I'm going to send her this drawing that she can bring up on the screen here.
Well, you just told her.
Okay, she can hear me.
Yeah, she can hear him. We just can't see it.
All right. I just sent it to you, Christine, on an email.
Okay.
And it's from a Nicole Webb from Praxis 3. And if you open up that email, you can see the 60% CD review, and there's a link right beside it you can click on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm clicking on it and it is closing itself.
It will not open.
I'll try again. Oh, this one opened.
Man, this may be the one we're looking for here. Bingo. I think that's it.
Okay. Now let me get there and open it up. All right. All right, now let me open it up here. Let's see here. The ID. to 60%. Okay. So the very first drawing is CSO1, the cover sheet. And if you scroll down through those drawings and you want to go to drawing, you want to start with the elevation view, Christine. It's from the outside looking in.
So could you just give me a page number? We have 59 pages here in this document. Could you tell me which page to go to,
Okay.
please?
Okay, go to page 10 of 59.
Great. I think that'll be the most efficient. There we go.
Okay. So what you're looking at on this elevation view, the south elevation is if you're standing out on Baum Boulevard, looking at the dealership. Nothing has changed as far as the plane of the building. It's still going to be at the 0 lot line. We are not going out into any of the public sidewalks. What we are doing, we are putting all new storefront glass from the left of the south elevation all the way to the right to the end. That's all going to be new clear anodized glass framing.
Is
And
that, I'm sorry to interrupt, is that the third row of visuals down right where I'm circling here? That has the, sorry, one second, that has the signs, the face that has the 2 signs on it?
correct. It says BMW of Pittsburgh and Mini
Great.
of Pittsburgh.
Okay,
Okay, that's your south elevation when you're standing out on Baum looking at the building, the front view. So essentially nothing has changed. Above the windows, we're reusing all the same panels. They're not moving. But down below where the glass is that runs the whole way from the left to the right, that is all new glass. And that glass, the old glass is going to be taken out and the new glass will be placed in. And it's going to go all the way to the showroom floor now. So you have better transparency when you're looking in, you know, standing on Baum Boulevard, you can see all the cars. So they enlarged the windows in essence across the whole front of the building. And that's all new glass. And if you go from the left to the right, you'll see kind of a dark band that's above the windows right below Mini of Pittsburgh sign.
on the right-hand side of the
Yeah, and that's just like a painted or a vinyl gray colored graphic that they want an element right there that shows that's the Mini of Pittsburgh showroom. And to the left is the BMW showroom, and it doesn't have that gray band. But nothing has changed as far as the plane of the building. It's all going to be in the same plane. Nothing is going out onto the sidewalks. It's just going to be all new storefront glass there. And then the panels above the glass, we're going to try to reuse those and cut those. And if we can't, then we'll just have to buy new panels. But again, you know, nothing is going to change. That's just going to be the new look. It's just basically wider glass, you know, the height of it, and they added some more panels in there. That's the only change to the front of the dealership.
Okay, the doors are all staying in the same location is my understanding
Correct.
as well.
Everything's staying in the same location, but the doors are going to be new, so everything matches. Because the old clear anodized, it's not going to work any longer. So we're just going to put all new aluminum framing all the way across with new glass. And there'll be a total of 2 doors on the front. To the far right, you can see those, they call them a nano wall door. It's like a folding door. So the car is able to go in and out. And if you don't use the nano folding door, there's a man door in there. You just open that up and go in. And it's the same system to the far right, where you can see those narrow nano wall doors.
Excellent. And to clarify, what is triggering this development activities meeting is that the renovation is within the Baum-Centre initiative overlay district, and if there is a renovation over $50,000 or more, it does require a development activities meeting within that district. That was a question in the chat. And this replacement of windows does meet that threshold. Or rather, the entire renovation meets the threshold, excuse me. Is there anything else, gentlemen, that you would like to say about the renovation before I open it up to the community attending?
I just wanted to add, Christine, on this drawing on sheet 10 of 59, at the bottom where it says west elevation, that view is on South Millville, and nothing has changed over there. The only thing we're doing is we're adding a new door. It's going to replace the existing door on the far right-hand corner. You can see that door. It looks like there's 3 different panes of glass. That's the only change there. And to the left, we're just adding another man door for ADA purposes. But nothing else is changing on the building. The plane is going to remain the same. Nothing is going out into the parking lot. Everything remains as is. It's just 2 new doors.
Okay.
And that's really the only exterior changes we're making to this project. The rest of the changes are all inside on the interior finishes and the layout of the showroom. I can show you that on a drawing if you're interested in looking at that.
I don't think it's necessary since it doesn't impact the external areas at all. And you're not changing the foundation or the roof or any of the systems that are present on the roof. So I don't think that's necessary. Okay, well, that was a very quick and efficient presentation. So I will open it. Oh, and very quickly, sorry, since those drawings are difficult to understand, I just want to point out on here that you are, rather than having these large spaces between the glass, the front will be almost entirely glass. Is that correct from what that drawing is showing? Okay.
That's correct.
Okay. This is the building as it exists currently. Okay, then I'm going to open it up to questions. I know we have, what, 4 or 5 folks joining us. We didn't anticipate a huge crowd because, again, this isn't adjacent or very close to residences, so we tend to get a lower attendance at that point. And we did invite our colleagues and cohort at Baum-Centre Initiative as well to join us. So, does anyone have any questions or comments about the building or the changes proposed?
Christina, Bruce has a couple in the chat.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Okay. What will the tint of the glass be?
We don't have the exact percentage of transparency, but I can get that information over to you from our storefront glass glazer, and I'd be able to give you the percentage. But you are going to be able to see, the vehicles on the inside. That's the whole intent of this project, to allow the vehicles to be displayed so you can see them basically from the tires all the way to the roof. It's not going to be totally blacked out. It'll just be a tinted window, pretty similar to most storefront glass, where you have any store that you can look in and see displays. But if you need the exact tint of the glass, I'd be happy to get some samples.
I don't think we need a sample. I'm looking at I have on the screen share up the window here that the Volkswagen is reflected in. That is a somewhat darker tint, so you're thinking it is going to be lighter than that.
Where are you referring to? What
Oh, you
number?
can't see the screen share. I have the Google Street View up, and I'm looking at the
Oh.
facade of the building along Baum Boulevard from the Google Street View.
Yeah, that glass that's currently there is more of a clear glass. This will have a slight tint, and we have to have that tint to meet the energy code for ComCheck, for the air conditioning to run efficiently. What's there now is not energy efficient.
It's not, oh, it is, what is there now is tinted a bit. It does look tinted, but okay.
Very, not what they do nowadays.
Okay. Okay, will the new windows be operable? That's another question.
No, they were all fixed windows. The only windows/doors that'll be operable will be below the Mini of Pittsburgh sign. If you go back to that sheet 10 of 59, there'll be a door, the nano wall door they call it. It serves the purpose as vehicles to take them in and out of the showroom, or you have the option of not opening up the 3 bifold doors and just open up one door. Then the other 2 will just remain temporarily fixed, and just for pedestrians or customers to go in and out of that door. And then if you go to the far right of that elevation of Mini of Pittsburgh, you see kind of it's the addition they did many years ago on the far right hand corner, and you can see like 4 narrow doors side by side.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a fixed piece of glass. That is a nano wall door as well that folds open to allow cars to go in and out. That is the only operable glass on the south elevation. If you drop down below to the west elevation, that's the elevation at the very bottom of this drawing. And then you can see to the right, there's kind of like a pink box above the 2 doors with notes. And below that, you see a 3-panel door, which that's a nano wall door, or you can use that as a man door. And then to the left, it's just going to be a new added man door only for ADA purposes.
I see that. So there'll be, in essence, 3 different doors in the front elevation. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's 4 areas that will be operable glass.
Okay.
And right now, 3 of those 4 are there now. We're just going to replace them with new nano wall doors. The only one that we're physically adding is down below on that west elevation. That's the man door. There's no door there now, but we need that to meet code for life
West
safety.
elevation. So this is the facade side that faces Millvale. I see.
Correct.
Okay, great. Let me scroll through the chat here. Are there any plans for exterior lighting with the renovation? It would be great to integrate / add lighting to help illuminate the exterior in the evening.
There is, let me see if there's anything on the electrical drawings. I don't recall seeing any wall packs on the exterior side. Let me see here. Down to E. P, D, E. Okay, let's see here. No, I don't see any lights on the exterior. The only lighting that would be there on the front would be like a little, they call it a remote head. I don't know if you've ever seen On the inside, there's an exit sign, and on the outside, there's like a small little 4 or 6 inch diameter light, and that's in event of an emergency if the power goes out, that you can see when you walk out, you know, in the middle of the night, that it's lit for safety. But there are no wall packs on the building. Now, there may be some existing on the South Millville side for the parking lot, but we would do a photometric study plan and allow the city to review that to make sure that the reflecting light does not go off the property.
Okay, and so this question slash comment was specifically around that it would be great to add lighting to help illuminate the exterior in the evening, does enhance safety. If the storefront glass will be transparent, then will the interior lights be on when the dealership is closed? Or will the interior lights be off when the dealership is closed?
There will be, they have emergency ballast that'll be on. You have to per code to keep so many on.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think so. And Tom, you could answer this question, if they would leave all of the lights on inside the dealership, or would they just leave the emergency ballast lights on?
I would think it would be a night light situation. There'd be enough light to see, but it wouldn't be totally illuminated. So yeah, to answer your question, there will be lights on, but the full lighting won't be on.
So what you're
Now-
saying is people outside will be able to see the cars inside. There will be enough light to view them.
Correct.
Okay.
But it's not going to be fully lit,
Correct.
Christine, like you would at night during business hours.
Mm-hmm.
There'll just be random lighting on. Any building that you would see that's been recently built has the emergency ballast lights on, and that has to be on per code as well.
Sure. I think this comment is specifically towards adding lighting for pedestrian safety and attractiveness in our business district. We are, you know, that is a good design add whenever possible along our pedestrian thoroughfares. That's a hard word to say, to make sure that folks have an easier time navigating sidewalks on our busy streets. I see 2 comments, let's add lighting, exclamation point. While BMW is altering the exterior, it's a great opportunity to add downlighting to help the pedestrian safety on this busy corridor. I agree. Would you consider, has BMW considered, or will they consider adding some downlighting on the facade down towards the sidewalk to increase the safety and attractiveness of their building, and for people using the sidewalk outside of their building?
Tom, I think that it'd be something we'd have to run by BMW and Mini, being that we have to meet their design criteria for the front of the building, to see if we would be able to put any type of sconce lighting out front. That'd be a question we'd have to run by BMW and Mini. It can be done. I just don't know what they would want, if there's specific lighting. And I know what you're looking for as far as lighting up the sidewalk, but that's something we'd have to look into.
Okay. I'm also taking notes for this meeting, so if there are pauses, it's because my note taking needs to catch up. Okay, and then there's also a comment about awnings. Awnings can also help with the pedestrian sidewalk conditions, especially closer to Millvale, where there is a busy bus stop, I think it is meant. And then somebody, I'm reading the meeting chat, Dennis. By the way, there are folks posting in the chat. And that has a +1 from someone. And the next comment is, there are various small businesses, restaurants, and bars on that block. It lists them: Chipotle's, Mia Pizza Wings, Khalil's, Velozzi, P-Town, Emiliano's, and more. There's also the Carnegie Library of Accessible Media. If you're not familiar with that, Carnegie Library has their library with of various medias for those who may have various sight or hearing issues is right on Baum Boulevard, just a block or two up from your business. And then the comment says we need more pedestrian safety. And then bus stop is corrected there. So, okay. So it sounds like then there are requests for lighting along Baum Boulevard that is pedestrian scale lighting, which is a very reasonable request. As well as potentially some near to the bus stop rather, but I can't, I'm trying to see if, but anyway, there's a request also for lighting, which that is a long expanse, as those of you who can see the screen, it is a long building. And yes, it probably is not very comfortable to walk by at night. It does look like you have one light on the corner that overhangs the bus stop, a large pole light.
Christine, there's a large LED light right above the BMW sign
Yes.
here on a
yes.
pole. And there's also one on the west side of the building down there, which is also a high intensity LED. You come all the way back down to the rondelle where the BMW rondelle is, down the other way.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah.
Just
On
going
South Millville.
all the different places here.
Yeah. Yeah, if we have a shot from South Millville, right where the white cars parked nose to the building there, there's a light. There we go. You
Okay.
can't see it.
Too far.
Right, the three cars that are backed into the building there, directly above the first car on the left, there's a high intensity light there also. The
Okay.
other lights you see is the short one here, right by the rondelle. You can see it on the extreme right of the parking lot.
Right there.
So light there, and there's also an LED right where those three cars are parked, fixed, shining towards Baum.
Got it. Okay. That is helpful. There's also a long expanse here that doesn't have much pedestrian scale lighting. As much as possible, BDC does advocate for adding that during times of renovation, just so you're aware. And I think folks who are attending this meeting obviously share that opinion because it does improve the safety. More lighting, sorry, reading another comment, more lighting is needed on Baum around the corner from the parking lot. And then so most of the comments are about lighting. There's only one street light on the BMW side of the street at Millvale. BMW has a great opportunity to add pedestrian scale lighting to be good neighbors for the community, as well as to add visibility for their business for marketing. A win-win, exclamation point. All right.
You know, the only thing that I could think of, we could put some sconce lighting on the building, like some wall packs. It would be up a little higher. It would shine down and light up that lot that could get over to the sidewalk on South Millville. I think we got a high enough building there that we can achieve that. But again, we'd have to get that approval through BMW and Mini, because have to meet their design intent drawings.
Dennis, a quick question. With lighting up that high on the building, are we going to have a problem people turning off of Baum Boulevard onto South Millville? You're going to have those highlights shining out all the way to the sidewalk. Are we going to have a problem with people driving into that?
Yeah, that would all be part of that photometric study.
Okay.
That would have the city would want to see before they would even allow us to do any lighting.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, note taking real quick. Okay. Great. Okay, so it appears that most of our questions are around lighting, which makes sense because that is how our community interacts with your building on a daily basis. So thinking about, the experience of as a community member, as a neighbor, as you're walking around the building, that is what we experience if we're not walking into the dealership for a reason. Okay, and there is one more comment. Many residents live right behind the BMW and use the 54 on Millvale. The bus number is 54, and the 77 on Baum, and the 71A, 71C, and 82 on Center. So many public transit users, let's support them with lighting. I admire you, Bruce, for knowing all of the bus lines so quickly. That's amazing. Yes. So this light here, this post light that's right by at the corner of Millvale and Baum Boulevard, is that the only light that's lighting up the signage that you have on the corner?
That light's reflects more to the parking lot.
Okay,
The
so
signs, that reflects more to the parking lot.
okay, and so then the sign itself, there's the light you were talking about.
Here it is.
Yeah, so the sign itself, it has its own internal lighting?
Yes.
Or, okay. Okay, great. Okay, we can see it. This is the street light, and then this is hard to see, but it is the parking lot light.
Mhm.
Okay. So you're able to add this one. Would you be able to add others on a smaller scale on the periphery of the parking lot at a more of a pedestrian scale?
Dennis, that's something that we'd have to go through
I'd
BMW.
have to, again, we'd have to run that by our site civil engineer to find out, what type of pole lighting we could put there, or wall packs. The pole lighting you could use in reverse and keep that towards the building, or again, the wall packs, if you're familiar with those, they just cascade like a 45-degree angle of lighting from the building wall out to the parking lot. And that's where a photometric study comes into play, so it doesn't like encroach into the sidewalks, or like Tom's concern is at South Millville, or any traffic right there.
I think this group's point is for the lighting to encroach onto the sidewalks to make it more kind of pleasant and safer for folks to walk, just to clarify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, we have to check with our engineer and
Okay.
BMW.
I'm happy to meet with your engineers or those folks. With my colleague Sam, we deal with a lot of various commercial applications of lighting a lot. So if we can be of any help, we'd be happy to do that. All right, so any questions? We talked about lighting extensively. I think, gentlemen, you understand that the community here present would like to see the addition of pedestrian scaled lighting on the Baum Boulevard side, as well as on the Millvale side. It does seem preferably not on the building itself on the Millvale side, but around the parking lot would be preferable. That does seem to be kind of what I'm getting from this. Are there questions or comments unrelated to lighting? Anything else that anyone would like to address? Okay. Comment in the chat is, I like the widening of the window openings on Baum Boulevard. Great idea. Let's make sure it actually engages pedestrians driving. Pedestrians, though, not only those driving. I see what you're saying. Which the pedestrian scaled lighting would do. Okay. Any other comments or questions? It seems like the window openings widening is a good thing. Generally, we like to see transparency on a street level as much as possible.
There'll be a lot of that.
Great. Okay, I'm not seeing any other questions or comments coming up. So, gentlemen, this may be a record in terms of time but this is, as we said, from the exterior of a very simple project. Someone says, thanks so much to Yin's community members for coming out to this and bringing up such great points. Oh, this is a representative from our council person, Gross's office. Hi. Do you want to say hello real quick? You're welcome to. Mike is on the fritz. Okay. Well, GL, thanks for joining us. GL Johnson from our council person, Gross's office, joining us this evening. So thanks for being here. Okay. Well, I actually don't know that we have anything to discuss as a community without you here, gentlemen, because I think that I have my marching orders from the community here pretty clear, and that is to work with you to advocate for more pedestrian scaled lighting to be added into your renovation. And that was kind of the crux that I heard, and not just along the Baum Boulevard side, but also along Millvale. So we can work on that offline. And thank you, Bruce, for the great job, where I see your thumbs up. And we can work on that offline as the project moves forward. I don't think we need to have our portion of the meeting without the developer. But before we go, Osei, do you have anything that you want to add towards the end of the meeting here? GL, your mic is on the fritz, so you can't, but you don't have to. I just want to make sure you have the opportunity to close out if there's anything you want to add.
No, your report will be available online in a couple weeks. So okay. That's about it.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. And again, if you have additional comments or questions, you can reach me via email at Christina, that's spelled with a CH, and it is Christina with an A on the end, at bloomfieldpgh.org. And our office phone number is 412-681-8880. No, 888800. Boy, sorry, it's the end of the day. 681-8800. Great, DL, thank you for the thanks. Okay, everyone have a great evening. Go enjoy this wonderful weather. And Tom and Dennis, I'll talk with you soon.
Thank you, Christina. Thanks, everyone.
Everybody, have a great evening.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye.